couple. So it'll be great. It'll be great. Yes. Also, I'll introduce Brooke as well. So Brooke will be monitoring our chat. Thank you for calling that out. Alrighty, so Great Maine Getaway 2026. We are about a week out, which is crazy, which is so crazy, but I'm looking forward to it. So another good year of some cycling and for a good cause. There we go. So I will introduce myself and Brooke, who's also on the call with me. We will do some quick overviews. We will jump into pre-ride weekend and ride weekend, volunteers, training, support, any questions at all. Just feel free to just jump in and interrupt. I'm sure other people are thinking them as well. So we can get started. All right, so if I have not had the pleasure of meeting you, my name is Shannon Canary. I am the assistant director for our endurance events. This will be my third year overseeing Great Maine Getaway, and I additionally oversee our challenge walk down on Cape Cod, where everyone walks 50 miles in 3 days. So Julie Tucker's on here too. She can tell you about that one. But we've got a great team. And then I'm also joined by Brooke Weatherup.
Hi everyone. I'm the coordinator. This is my first year at Great Maine Getaway. If you've done any of our other rides, I also do Cape Cod and Vineyard and then Challenge Walk with Shannon too. So you'll see a lot of me, probably get emails from a lot of a lot of emails from me if you know any volunteers. So yeah, I do all of the volunteers for Great Maine. So if you know anyone who wants to volunteer, send them my way and I'll say it again later. So don't worry.
Awesome. All right, so we're officially down to 1 week and 4 days. I can't believe it. It's flying by. But super exciting. Anyone who's been doing this ride for a while, Kathy, I saw you. We are up 63 registrations year over year right now, which is just unbelievable. We have not broken the barrier of 400 riders since 2023, I want to say, and we are still rolling. So just over the moon with our participants. And then along with that, we are also up $160,000 in revenue year over year. So just a really big shout out to each and every one of you, your teammates, your recruiting, your fundraising. Thank you for showing up. It's going to be an incredible weekend. My goal that I've decided this week is to hopefully surpass that 493,000 by ride weekend. So all weekend we can celebrate that we've hit that goal already. We are well on our way. One of our longtime cyclists, Dean Bingham, cycled across the country this spring in celebration of his 80th birthday, and he was shooting to raise $80,000, and he is less than $2,000 away. So that is just incredible. We're looking great. Thank you all. It's going to be an awesome weekend. We have our overview of what is MS. So I, of course, will allow everyone to take a look at this slide. We always find it most important to include it because if you have just been diagnosed, if your family member's just been diagnosed, if you're riding with your company, and this is not just something in your wheelhouse, it's always great to know exactly why you're riding, the cause, what you're raising money for, and it has such a near and dear meaning to so many of us. So we're excited that you're here. In addition, we have our I Ride with MS program. So our I Ride with MS program celebrates cyclists who are living with MS and they are still out there riding with us. It's incredible, and you can recognize them with their I Ride with MS jersey sponsored by Primal. Additionally, for Great Maine Getaway, anybody who participates in our I Ride with MS program, who is registered by the time I got to order our bibs, also has an orange bib. So anybody with an orange bib, it'll say IRWMS. You can identify them as somebody living with MS and out there riding with us that weekend. They're the reason we're here. So spreading awareness, and it's incredible. We are reeling in the sponsors this year, which is so very exciting. Big shout out to Brooke. She spent a huge portion of her time helping me out as well. But we will have our returning media partners of WMTW, Maine's CW network, hoping they'll be on site. So we'll get to see them there. The Goat radio station is a new radio station we're working with right outside of the Kennebunk area. They're doing some PSAs to promote us, so anybody who's local, let me know if you've been hearing them. We will have our amazing bike shops back again, supporting everybody. We are still working to make sure we can have every single rest stop covered on both days, but we will certainly have a very strong presence. You will not be riding unsupported, and make sure that anything goes unexpected out on route, we will have you taken care of. Additionally, we have Kennebunk Savings, Caddick, One Stop, Be Entertained. So just a big shout out. It's a really knockout year for us. We surpassed our sponsorship goal as well. All right, so some fundraising and sneak peek into some incentives for 2026. Our fundraising minimum for Great Maine Getaway is $300. So everybody shows up to the start line or to pick up their packet. As long as you have hit that $300 minimum, you will be good to go, earning your bib and your bike number, everything there. There are multiple ways to kickstart that fundraising. Always feel free to reach out to me. I'm very comfortable writing those donor solicitation letters, emails, thank yous, brainstorming, the whole nine. Happy to do that. Our Donor Drive app is also a great tool to upload any checks. So if people are writing checks rather than Venmo or whatever that may be, you can take a photo and upload it to your participant center from your phone, which I think this started 2024-ish, but always a great tool to remind people of because those snail mail checks, they can take up to a month. So I want to make sure we can see that fundraising in your profile as soon as possible. Additionally, our Club K, our top fundraiser status, they're interchangeable, are those who have raised $1,000. So you'll see in the bottom right corner, we have our 2026 Top Lobster jersey, which thank you to Brooke for helping me design this. I am so excited. That's Larry. He's adorable. It's going to be great, and it's awesome incentive to kickstart that fundraising this year. Just very, very fun, very Maine. Additionally, once you achieve that $1,000 mark, if you achieve it before ride weekend, we will have your jersey ready to go. But along with that, your top fundraiser bib, if you achieved this status by June 30th, as I mentioned before with the orange I Ride with MS bibs for our top fundraising individuals, I ordered blue Club K bibs. So you'll also have your name on those as a shout out and a thank you. And then discounted registration for Great Maine Getaway 2027. That'll be 50% off. We'll have recognition throughout the weekend. And then additionally, you have earned a free drink for our Saturday night program. So if you earned it by the time of June 30th, it'll be printed on your bib or on your wristband. I'll go over that later. However, if you didn't, not a problem at all. We'll still get you a drink ticket and make sure you're recognized for your incredible efforts. More incentives and prizes. So we will have a prize deadline of August 31st. That is our deadline with our outside partner, Halo. So Halo does the prizes that you can see here that are not the jersey. So the hat, the duffel bag, jacket, socks, snaps, any of those will come from that vendor. We have the hard deadline of August 31st because it gives Halo enough time to track and ship these amazing prizes. So if you hit $5,000 by that time, yes, you will absolutely have earned passport status, but in addition to that, you'll get these prizes. So you can keep your fundraising going far past here, but if you're looking for that prize, any of these that you see, August 31st will be that deadline. Aside from the jersey, Brooke and I mail those out, so that's till supplies runs out. As I mentioned, fundraising doesn't stop at August 31st, so if you keep it going, our top 25 club is our ranking deadline is September 30th. So that's when we will pull our top 25 fundraisers from Great Maine Getaway 2026, and you'll be our top 25 club members for 2027. So we have our 25 members right now. They'll have a poster printed out with their name on it, recognition during the weekend, free registration. You can read these perks. Free registration, few free drinks in there. Additionally, they'll get some free drinks on the weekend, some VIP parking. So, just a couple extra boosts if you're interested in really etching into that those top 25 spots. All right, let's get into some logistics. So, pre-ride, packet pickup, most important thing, can't ride without your packet, of course. So, prior to the event, Friday on July 31st will be set up at University of New England, 4:30 to 8 o'clock p.m. I will have a map a little bit later in this presentation so we can chat through that. Feel free also to give me a call, shoot me an email. I'll post this video, but can also make sure I send a map to you. There will be maps at University of New England printed out as well. Those of us who have been there before, we will still be in the campus center. We will not be in the gym. There's no AC in there. It's treacherous in August. Last year, we were in that cloud lounge room, which was just a little bit tight for us. So there's an additional rec room behind that, which is just a little bit bigger, a little bit more open. That's where we will be set up. So you'll go through the cloud lounge again to get there. Again, there'll be plenty of signage, plenty of people around, so you won't get lost. Just giving you the lowdown now. So we'll be set up in there, and housing will also be set up in there on Friday night. So wherever we are is where University of New England will also be with housing keys. So 4:30 to 8 o'clock. I know that that traffic getting up to Maine on that Friday is miserable. So just give me an email or a text if you're running late, 8:30, 9 o'clock, we're wrapping it up. But if I know you're on your way, you're really saved by the bell, absolutely we'll wait for you. Additionally, you can have anybody else pick up your packet as long as you've hit that fundraising minimum. Same goes for your rooming key. On Saturday, same goes, 6:30 a.m. We will be open for business at the University of New England start line. That I will show you again. We were going to be in the back of the campus this year rather than in the front of the campus on that main grass area that we're used to in past years. So we will take a look at the map and go over it, but we'll be on the water side, and that's where our start line will be. Same goes for Sunday. Just another asterisk for housing on Saturday. That'll open at 10:30. So when lunch opens after your ride, don't worry about it. Housing will not be open at 6:30 a.m. So it'll be after you get back from your ride. We'll get you your room key. We'll get you showered if you don't come on Friday night. If you raise your $1,000 by ride weekend, you will also be eligible for your top fundraiser jersey. As I alluded to, we will also mail them to you if you raise it after. So if you raise it that $1,000, even by Sunday, you can pick it up anytime throughout the weekend. But anytime after, we will mail it out to you. All right, what's in those packets? So we will have our rider bib with safety pins. They come fully stuffed. So the bib, as you can see here, this is what a majority of them will look like. I mentioned the fun colors. However, a majority of them will just be white. Some of them will have names. That was an incentive we did a little bit earlier in the season, but most of them will not have a name. You'll have your number, and it comes with 4 safety pins. We also have a plethora, huge box of safety pins. No need to fret if you can't find them, need more, whatever that may be. Pin it on the back with your outermost layer. Everybody is running around figuring it out on Saturday morning. People will help you out. We have graphics. We have experienced riders who will also be doing the same thing. So you'll know exactly where to put that on, where to put your bike frame number on your bike as well. That also comes with twist ties, kind of looks like a tent. It'll go over the frame of your bike, and then you'll tie it in with twist ties, which we also have additional ones of. We will have our rider wristband as well. That contains our rider assistance line. So it is crucial that they're just like paper sticky bands that you would see at a carnival. They are crucial that you wear them all weekend. It'll say Bike MS Great Maine Getaway, and then our rider assistance line will be on there. That is the hotline to our net control. If you're out on route and you catch a flat, you get lost, your riding partner is completely tired, can't keep going, you need a boost to the next rest stop, just give us a buzz. Our support and gear vehicles will come and pick you up and make sure we take good care of you and get you to next rest stop or wherever you need to be. Of course, in the case of medical emergency, always call 911. However, give us a call into our net control as well so we can be there to assist and support you. New this year, since we will not be having credentials like we have in the past, these rider wristbands are also going to double as your free drink passes, tickets, whatever, as well. So they'll have just little bubbles in them that the bartender will mark off. As you can see, our I Ride with MS participants and our top fundraisers will get one bubble for one free drink, and then our passport riders and our top club members will have two bubbles for two free drinks. Even if you don't drink alcohol or you want nothing to do with those free drinks, just make sure you wear that wristband all weekend long. Most importantly, it's for riding, and we're just doubling up and using it as our free drink tracker as well. For the lobster bake on Saturday night, we're going to do old school lobster tickets just at the information tent. We will be at that information tent all day. There will always be an MS Society staff member there, whether we're helping you with t-shirt, top fundraising jersey, housing registration, getting your lobster, any questions at all will be in the same tent all day. And I'll have a lobster list with everybody's name on it who has ordered one. If you are looking to bring, I'll touch on this again later, but any guests for dinner, it's $20 for a regular meal and $40 for a lobster bake dinner. We have some padding in our number, but we will likely have everyone who's ordered their lobster get through that buffet first. The last few years, we've had quite a few lobsters left over. Some years we've been right on the money with our numbers, so we'll have a better idea of that on event weekend. All right, what to bring? Go ahead and read through this. It's the usual. My biggest reminders is if you are staying on campus, we are going old school dorm life. They are air conditioned. They are air conditioned, but we're going old school. It's bare bones. You will have the bare mattress. Bring whatever helps you sleep at night. Comfortable sheets, blankets, pillows, towels, washcloths, even hand soap. There's no hand soap, no shower supplies. In the kitchen for any, so there's a kitchenette in each one as well if you're staying in the dorms, mini fridge, stove, sink. Yeah, I'm just remembering from my years there. And then there's a common area in them as well. So nice place to relax with your team. There's also lobbies of each of the dorm rooms, so you can hang out there with a bigger group if you'd like. Very much that college dorm living, exactly what you're expecting. If you ordered linens, they will be for pickup in the lobbies this year. So previously, we have dropped them off in rooms. We figured that a little bit more efficiency and room for human/Shannon error might be good to have them in the lobbies for pickup. So you'll check in with me or whoever on Friday in the campus center, like we just said. You'll get your rider packet. You'll get your housing check-in information with your key. Then you'll head over to your dorm. In the lobby, there'll be a student from University of New England. Yep, Julie Tucker, I've got your linens right here. Go ahead. She'll give you a packet and take them up to your room. So those will be just how it's checked off this year. Everything else on here, just prepare. Feel free to drop any questions in the chat, or our Facebook group is another great place just to get an idea of what to wear if you're not a seasoned cyclist. As I did mention, the University of New England dorms are air conditioned. However, things happen. It's a college. Sometimes AC is down in one of the rooms. They're usually phenomenal at switching people if your AC is down. If you happen to want to bring a fan just in case, that's never a terrible idea. Also, long phone chargers, because for some reasons they put outlets in the strangest place in dorm rooms. So those are just two things that we have found in the past years to be helpful. Of course, your helmet and your bike, your rider packet, which you will get from me. your ID, especially if you're going to have some beers, water bottles. Those are the most important things. So again, always feel free. And the bugs at University of New England are no joke. Those mosquitoes. When I first started, I'm a New England girl. I can handle a mosquito. These are a different breed. They are out at 11 a.m. nibbling on ankles. So bring whatever you need to be most comfortable that weekend. If it's log pants, however that may be. University of New England has asked us specifically if we could use like the squirt bottles rather than the big spray aerosol bottles. They have pretty strong environmental I don't, they're very environmentally conscious, I should say. So they've asked us to put that ask out there, but bring the good stuff is what I can say. We'll have some bug spray, of course, at the information tent, but you'll make a lot of new friends if you bring your own bug spray. All right, so our housing deadline has passed for University of New England, but I will still go over this. We have a very small number of limited first come, first serve rooms. If whatever happens last minute, if you change your mind, they are still posted on the website right now. If there's anything left over on the weekend, I'm going to do everything that I can. University of New England is just very strict with getting those numbers, and my deadline was last week. So want to help out wherever I can, but it is quite strict. So for those of us who are staying in the dorms, need a refresher, or any of the above, um, our tier one suites, those were the $69 a night. Those are common room and kitchenette, and then there are four bedrooms, two bedrooms to the right of the common room, two bedrooms to the left of the common room. Those bedrooms have one full-size bed in it, and then a bathroom with a shower, toilet, sink. Same goes on the right, two bedrooms with a full-size bed in it and a bathroom, toilet, shower, sink. So those tend to be a little bit bigger. Um, and that will be our tier one. So you'll be in East Hall or West Hall. Our tier two is that old fashioned dorm style, exactly what you're expecting. You'll have the common room and the kitchenette, one bedroom on the right, one bedroom on the left, and there are two twin twin XL beds in there. So you'll have a direct roommate. I have split everyone up to the best of my ability with who your roommates were, who's on your team, keeping teams together. So that should be close to perfect. It won't be 100% perfect, but have been very diligent in checking in with everyone, making sure you're all set for the night or the 2 nights. There are, especially for the tier one suites, you can only put one person in each bedroom. So with those four bedrooms, it is expected that four people will be in there. No one's policing you, we're not the police, but on paper, that is what's going to be written. So even if you want so and so as your direct roommate and you're going to share a full bed with your spouse, great, go right ahead. However, you had to purchase a room for them next door. It's just the way it has to be written on paper for safety for University of New England. In terms of linens, those we do not have any wiggle room. That deadline was July 13th, so those have all been purchased. If you did purchase them, sheet, top sheet, blanket, pillow, pillowcase, washcloth, two towels. I believe that's what you're working with. So nothing luxurious, but it'll get the job done for a fun weekend. All right, now we'll get to day of event. Aforementioned maps. I'm going to go very slow here. This is a great time to interrupt me. I'm sorry it's so small. They will be printed out, and again, I'm more than happy to email them out. So I have my mouse here. Typically, in the past, our event is held right around here. This is that building that you'll sometimes go in the bathroom, and this is where the big tent is. This is just for people who've been there before. This is no longer the case. This year, our event is held back here by 27. We're going to be right on the water. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So just to orient you, you will come in off the highway, you'll come in down Hills Beach Road, and then you'll go past this area. You're going to go up and around. You're going to park at your dorms over here. Our event parking is remaining the same. So our VIP parking spots, our parking spots for the weekend are going to be right around here in number 13. This will be closer to your dorms. So tier 2, Champlain Hall is number 15 right here. And then 18 and 16 are East and West Hall. And so you are able absolutely to drive your car up, unload all your stuff, and then come back down here and park. When you are walking through the campus, there are sidewalks right here. This is a big sidewalk. And then very much just classic college campus. There's driveways and sidewalks everywhere. You'll go straight through. Oh, where'd my mouse go? There we go. You'll go straight through where this red line leads, and that's how you'll get back to our festival. I mean, of course, you can take the long way. This is definitely the long way up and around here. You'll get there. But if you're looking for a shortcut after you park the car, you'll follow up past the campus center and then walk straight back here. Number 35 is Rippich Dining Hall. So that's where breakfast is held. And additionally, lunch for 25 and 62 milers will be in here this year as well. I'll jump into more detail of that later. I just kind of want to orient everyone right now. So back here, this white area is where our festival will be set up. We'll have our tent around here. I have another map as well. Nothing's set 100% in stone. We're still deciding exactly how we want it to look, but it'll be beautiful. And then our start line is going to be right around here as well. So we're going to ride up and out here. You're going to go up Hills Beach Road and hit the road from here. So we are on the back side of the campus. Spread the word, but dorms are remaining the same. Parking is remaining the same. Number 19, that campus center that I was talking about, packet pickup, will still be there. That'll remain the same, just in that building that's a little bit, or room that's a little bit different than previous years, but we will have plenty of signage. Any questions right now while I have this pulled up? You can think on them too, no worries at all. Awesome, okay. This is that aforementioned second map I was talking about. All right, so the water is like right here, it's just barely cut off. This is kind of the area I was just showing. This is the dining hall, Rippich Commons. This will be our big tent. And then we'll have our misting tent, of course, our DJ, medals, volunteers, t-shirts, hydration station, and then this will be packet pickup / information. So when you need your lobster ticket, when you have a question, when you need your housing, when you got to pick up your packet on Saturday or Sunday morning, you will find us back here. Bike parking for the day will be down here. Please note that there is no bike compound at University of New England. Cyclists are encouraged to, and for that matter, expected to bring bikes up to your dorm rooms. They will not be locked up outside. Here's our arch and our start and our finish line. All right. So, quick schedule of events here. Breakfast will open at 5 a.m. in Rippich Dining Hall. We've talked about packet pickup. We will have our opening ceremonies starting at 7:20. I'm keeping them as short as I can to get you guys en route by 7:30. 10 a.m. is when our housing will be open. Same with lunch and just our information tent as you start pouring back in from that ride. So, as I mentioned, new this year, for the 25 and the 62-mile route, your lunch is going to be in Rippich. Since we're right by the dining hall, we figured why bring the food outside, enjoy some AC inside, some nice hot meals, so you will go inside that dining hall for lunch that day. 100 milers, your lunch is still en route. We will have sandwiches by Amato's, ham, turkey, and veggie, I believe, and then some gluten-free options as well. Lunch will be at Rest Stop 100A, that's Bethel Christian Church. It's about 37 miles in. That was off memory. I think that's correct. And then our 100-mile cutoff is at 11 a.m. So if you plan to ride that 100-mile route, you have to depart lunch by 11 a.m. so we can make sure that you are en route, riding safely, and you'll get back in time so we can still keep an eye on you en route while we have our SAG vehicles out there. Then in the afternoon, so lunch in Ripitch is open until 3 o'clock p.m. So whoever's there, feel free to go in, even 100-milers, or if you don't want a full lunch, go in and get a soda at the fountain. Nice and cold. We'll make sure that that is certainly open to you. For my 100-mile router riders who get back after 3 p.m., we're just doing crunchy bar snacks at the info tent. So we'll have goldfish, we'll have crackers, chips, whole fruit. We'll make sure that's there. So you will have lunch en route. You will have Uncrustables. You'll have PB&J en route. And the dining hall is open till 3. So the only time it's closed is that 3 to 5 range. Anyone who's in there is the only time we won't actively have a hot meal open, but we will have those goldfish crackers, etc. We'll have cold water in our Gatorade coolers. I know in the past, drinks haven't always been the coldest when you're getting back, so I have said that multiple times to make sure that is a area of focus this year. Nice cold drink after 100 miles is not too much to ask for. And then, of course, yeah, so go into the dining hall if it's open, and we'll have those snacks there. 4 p.m., all of our routes close. A majority of people will be in by then, but we always want to make sure everyone has plenty of time to finish their ride and feel comfortable. And like I said, our housing tent opens at 10. So you'll get your room assignments, go up, shower, chill. You'll kind of have that time in between. The festival area will be quiet, but certainly open. 5 p.m. or sorry, 4:30 p.m. our cash bar opens. So we'll start serving alcoholic and we'll have non-alcoholic bubblies. I think some Diet Cokes and Cokes out there as well. So 4:30 to 7:30. 5 o'clock, dinner will be served. That will still be outside. So lunch is inside the dining hall. Lunch is inside the dining hall. Dinner is still outside under that big tent. For our secondary option this year, we will still have stuffed mushrooms. Those were a huge hit last year. We have herb crusted chicken. Oh, this is a quiz. I literally picked the menu. It was great. It'll be great. I did a good job, whatever it was. And then we'll have a lobster bake in the area as well. Of course, when you were registering for the ride, you selected your route options and you also selected if you wanted a lobster or not. So technically, yes, you did have to sign up for dinner, but you probably did that. And if you are concerned about it at all, feel free to reach out to me. But I'm sure whenever you registered, you were even thinking of that then. We have a quick program at 6 o'clock to 7:15. The sun will start going down at that point. We have our candlelight ceremony. We'll hear about all your incredible accomplishments for the year and just spend some good time together. Maine feels like a family, as a lot of us know, or anybody who it's your first time, you're about to learn. We're so excited that you're here. It's going to be a great night. It starts winding down at 7:15, 7:30. The bar will close at 7:30, as you can see, but no one's going to kick you out right away. You're welcome to meander a little bit. Here are some looks at the routes. All routes are posted on the website. They're, of course, subject to change through ride morning. However, these are what we're working with. So nothing is under construction as of right now, but just heads up if anything were to change. So we have our 25-mile route, white arrows. You will hear me say it 6 million times on ride morning. You'll hear our DJ say it. So 25 miles will be white arrows. Lunch will be at University of New England, and we'll have one rest stop. You can check out the elevation at the bottom. Additionally, if you don't go through our website, but you have Ride with GPS downloaded, we have a National MS Society account, and you can hop on there and check out all of our rides for all of our events, but you can specifically type in Great Maine Getaway and take a look. Our 62-mile route will be orange arrows, so that'll start the same time in the morning, 4 rest stops. Again, no lunch en route. However, there will be Uncrustables. So peanut butter and jelly, you won't be without protein. We also have snacks at all of our rest stops as well. So you can take a look here, check out that elevation. And then our 100-mile route is Blue Arrows. Same start time, we'll have 6 rest stops, and then as we just talked about, lunch is provided en route, those Amados sandwiches. You must depart that lunch rest stop 100A by 11 a.m. You can see our elevation has slowly been creeping up as we've been creeping up in mileage, but I've never ridden it on a bike. I've never heard such incredible reviews about a route. It's definitely a top favorite across Bike MS as a series. So very excited if it's anyone's first time for you guys to check this out. It's just stunning. It's going to be a great, great ride. All right, schedule on Sunday. I'll let you guys look at it, having some water. Same timeline for breakfast, registration, and rider packets. Once you pick up your rider packet once, that's all you need. No need to check in, make sure you're good. You're good. Once is all you need. Unless you lose that band. If you lose that band or if you lose that bib, come see us in the morning. We'll hook you up. We will rebib you, get you another band. Just make sure you're riding safely is, of course, number one most important thing. 7:20, we'll do our opening ceremonies again. 6:30, that's incorrect. 7:30, 7:30, routes open at 7:30. Typo on my end. So same timeline as Saturday, 7:30, routes begin. Lunch opens at University of New England. There will be no lunch on route at all for anybody on Sunday. Sunday, we only have 2 route options, the 25 and the 50. We'll take a look at those maps again. It's a big barbecue on Sunday. You didn't have to sign up for anything specific. Burgers, dogs, pasta salad, regular salad, watermelon. So we'll have our DJ. It'll be a good vibe there. Great way to end the weekend. Our routes close at 1 p.m. on Sunday. Finish line closes at 2. Again, some people sit around and chat. The dorms close at 5:45 p.m. Plenty of time to get in there, take a shower, pack up, whatever that may be. Just make sure you are out by that time. In addition, with University of New England, your key to your dorm room is a metal house key. Those must be returned. There are drop boxes right outside right in the dorm lobbies for Champlain, East, and West. When you're exiting the dorm, they have a few options. You will drop it right in that box. Even if you forgot and you can't get back in, give it to me, a staff member. I would rather you do that than go home with it. It is a $75 fee that will be automatically charged to your account if it is not returned. So that is a reminder, another thing you will hear me say plenty of times during the weekend. All right, so we got to look here. We have 25 miles. Will be Red Arrows on Sunday. 7:30 a.m. is our start time. Routes close at 1. You'll have 1 rest stop here. And then 50 is our other option for Sunday, starting at 7:30 a.m. 3 rest stops, and then you'll be back with us at University of New England for our cookout lunch. All right, so if anybody's nervous, if this is your first big bike ride, if you're not much of a cyclist, I will be going over some safety rules, reminders, the whole nine during our opening ceremonies. However, these are always some good reminders just to have in your back pocket. Make sure you're always hand signaling. 2 abreast is our max for Bike MS to make sure you're safe, especially on those windy New England roads. Stay to the right. For all left-hand turns, we will have police details or a flagger, making sure they have their eyes on you, and they'll be controlling traffic as well. AirPods and earphones are not permitted at Bike MS rides, so we will probably have you pull those out if we catch you in the chute with them, just for safety, always for safety. Communication. So again, this will be recorded. You can always see how to call these out or call out signals to your fellow cyclists on the road. Route support, I started touching on this, but our rest stops are every 10 to 17 miles, snacks and water, always plenty of water, snacks, bananas, we'll have some granola bars, so some variety there, and then we have electrolytes for your waters, make sure you're staying hydrated. As I touched on earlier, we have our fantastic bike mechanics, making sure they are there to support you at hopefully all rest stops, but definitely are major ones, and making sure that they will be ready to support you. And then radio and communications medics, SAG vehicles. So our SAG vehicles are always in communication with our net control. That's how they know to come get you. So you can either call that number that will be on that wristband that's not going to leave your wrist all weekend, or if they're driving by, all of our SAG vehicles are typically marked with an orange flag in their window or a giant magnet across the side of their 99% of the time it's a truck that'll say cycling event. So, all good ways that we have got you covered throughout the weekend. Never hesitate to ask questions. Um, and absolutely, yeah, throughout the weekend as well. Route maps are available on the website, as I said, and in the Ride with GPS app, so you can download those prior to your ride. We will also have them printed out if you, like me, would prefer to be on paper rather than relying on the phone. I touched on our training and our community a little bit, but we have great opportunities. Strava, VeloPro, Charity Miles, Zwift. They're just great ways to join online riding communities, see if anybody else is in the same boat training for that century ride in a couple of weeks. And then Donor Drive and Facebook are great ways to really jumpstart that fundraising. All right, you've heard enough from me. Brooke, tell us about volunteers.
All right, as I mentioned, I'm doing all the volunteers for this, and we have plenty of different opportunities. So if there's anyone that, maybe they're not big on the bike riding, but they want to get involved, we would love to have them. Spirit Team at the finish line, which is pictured here, is a fan favorite. Just a lot of good energy, cheering, watching as all of the riders come on in and get their medals and t-shirts. All of those rest stops are going to be fully supported by volunteers as well, and all of the SAG vehicles that you see on the route and the ham radios that you don't see on the route, they will all be supporting you guys. So, if you see volunteers, make sure you just give them a big thank you because they're doing a lot to support this event. Um, so that's one great way to get involved if people are coming up to watch you and they want to get involved a little bit further. And then we also have the virtual participant. So if you got friends and family that want to support MS, support the ride, they can join your team and help fundraise themselves. There is no registration fee or minimum, of course, because they are not actually riding in the Great Maine event, but do some training rides potentially, or just do it wherever they're based out of. Not everyone is local to Maine. We got friends and family spread around. So it's just a couple great ways to get involved with this ride specifically.
Love it. All right, we touched on these. I can drop the Facebook link in the group chat, and the same with the Great Maine Getaway website. I can also drop that in our group chat as well for easy access. But it's time for everybody's favorite part. It's a quiz for Shannon, Q&A for everybody else. Feel free to jump on in. Jill, I see your hand. Lead us off. I'll stop
Hey,
recording.
I'll do you a quick camera too. Hi, this is Jill McCauley and Matt Togo. We're coming up from Jacksonville, Florida for the ride and some